Hi guys, and welcome back to the Game Room. This is just a quick pickups video, just to give you an idea on some of my recent acquisitions and what I've been up to. So as you can see here, I've got some Xbox games, some PlayStation games and some Saturn games. Picked up Need for Speed 2. You might have seen the Dave and Mike review series, and we had a quick go on this, and I failed miserably at it, but it's a really good game, this one nonetheless. A quick arcadey racer for those of you guys who've played Need for Speed games. This is another one that I think is worth checking out. So incidentally, check out the Dave and Mike Reviews series. The very last proper episode was Need for Speed 2. I played that game. So, yeah, pick this up. It's not in the best of condition. The case is beaten up a bit. The disc is a bit sort of scratched, but nonetheless, I'm quite happy with it. I got these two games here, so Theme Park World and GTA, the Collector's Edition, with another pickup that I'm going to show you in a minute. So there's GTA Collector's Edition. It contains GTA London, the expansion pack for GTA, and GTA 2. So that's pretty cool. I've already got GTA and GTA 2, but still nice to have a collector's edition nonetheless. And Theme Park World. Again, this just came with the PlayStation that I'm going to show you in a minute that I got. So, yeah, I mean, I like the theme park games anyway. I played the original Theme Park on the Amiga A1200 and on the PlayStation, so at some point I'm sure I'll check this out. For the Xbox. You might be wondering why I picked up Xbox games, but you'll soon find out. I've picked up a classic here. This is Project Gotham Racing 2. This game is absolutely awesome. It's an arcadey racing game, all about kudos and drifting and racing and different challenges as well. Really like this game. It's worth picking up if you've got an Xbox. The original PGR, which the shop owner of the Game Scene shop that I went to, which I think is in Kingsmead, I think it's called Kingsmead, it's near Bath, was nice enough to throw this in because I picked up another game. It was actually a Mega Drive game that I picked up at the time, and the cartridge wasn't in the box. So he said to me, have another Xbox game as a freebie, and he chucked in the original PGR. This is the Xbox Classics re-release of PGR, but yeah, still happy to have that nonetheless. And I've also picked up R Racing for the Xbox, made by Namco. It's basically in a similar kind of style to Ridge Racer, and you know how much of a Ridge Racer fan I am. But this game actually has real cars, and I think real tracks as well, which I thought was quite interesting. It's not in the best of shape. The case is a bit dodgy, where I think someone spilt some fluid on it, but, you know, I'll live with that. It's not too bad. And yeah, that's R Racing then for the Xbox. And then moving on to some Japanese Sega Saturn pickups even. I've picked up Sega Touring Car Championship. I remember a lot of hoo-ha about this game when it was being released. And to be perfectly honest with you, I've had a quick go on it, and I'm not sure what the hoo-ha was all about, because I don't actually like it that much. It's, yeah, I might do a video of this at some point to give you an idea, to show you what I'm on about, but, yeah, a bit disappointed with that one, but I picked it up for the Sega Saturn. Also got a game that's called, well, you won't be able to see from there, it's called Wangan Dead Heat. It's a very, very strange game, this one. It has real cars, and also some very amusing female Japanese actresses. Yeah, this to me feels a bit like a Ridge Racer clone, but it's a arcadey racing game for the Sega Saturn. And the classic Virtua Fighter 2. Any of you guys that have played a Virtua Fighter game will know all about this one. It's the second one that was released on the Saturn. I understand that when they released the first one, it was rushed and they weren't happy with it. There was also a remix version of the first game to sort of make a better, you know, a better version of it, and this is the proper second release, which is a really, really cool, fun, arcadey fighting game for the Sega Saturn. Now, you may have seen a video that I put on my channel showing some captured footage from my Sega Mega Drive and Sonic the Hedgehog 2. That came courtesy of this guy here, the Roxio Game Capture HD Pro. It's a really, really awesome video capture device. So as you can see, you've got component inputs on the front and also HDMI, which is awesome. Some component outputs and HDMI and some phono audio, as well as the USB connection as well on the back of it. So yeah, this thing's pretty cool. The only downside I've noticed is the audio that it captures seems to lose some of the dynamics, and I had to adjust the volume and also the treble to make it sound a bit more like it should. So yeah, the only downside with that was that basically. But yeah, picked this up really cheap. There was an eBay shop called Bargains Warehouse that had this going really cheap, and I mean ridiculously cheap. They had it listed as faulty but an unknown fault, so I thought I'd take a gamble on it, bought it, and yeah, it's a really awesome thing. It works perfectly, obviously apart from the slight audio issue that I can work around. So yeah, this is perfect. Now, of course, you might have been wondering, he's picked up Xbox games. Here's an Xbox. This is a Crystal Xbox. Totally stock standard originally when I bought it. Bought it from that Game Scene shop that you saw me get the Xbox games from. It's been soft modded. You'll probably see a little caption with me showing you the menus and all that kind of stuff. I've soft modded it. I did it last weekend. Had a bit of fun in games doing it. Initially when I first had a go at this, it didn't work. I turned the Xbox on, couldn't get to the dash, got a flashing red light and couldn't get any games to load. Managed to fix it using an old PC, putting the old dashboard files back on works, and then doing the soft mod, the Endure soft mod manually. Managed to get it up and running with the soft mod, so I've got Unleash X as my dashboard. It's awesome, so I can copy games to the hard drive. I've also upgraded the hard drive as well. It's got a 200 gigabyte hard drive rather than the standard 8 gig hard disk that came in these things. It's in decent condition, really happy with it, but I did notice when I picked it up that there was a strange rattle coming from the DVD drive. And there was a little piece of orange plastic from what looked like a toy, a kid's toy, that had been shoved in the DVD drive. So I'm glad I got that out of there, because it could have potentially caused problems with this thing later on. Also, having watched Luke Morse's video, there's a clock capacitor in this machine that eventually over time will go and will cause problems. So I'm going to have to strip this thing apart again at some point and take that out as well. I've also got some component cables for this so I can run this in high resolution, in high definition for the software that supports it. So yeah, an Xbox. Now I am really chuffed with this pickup. I've got a boxed and complete SCPH 1002B. For those of you that don't know, this is the first European PlayStation model. This is probably one of the first ones that would have been released in the UK. And it is boxed and complete. The box is actually in very good condition, considering this is from, you know, possibly around 1995 that this would have come out. I'm not going to open the box, but I can assure you I've been in there, and everything that comes with it, or that should come with it, comes with it. It's all in there, and it's in fantastic condition, and in fact it works better than my original SCPH 1002, which is a 1002C. But what's also very strange about this is this doesn't have the CD player trick, you know, where you can play a backup game easily, whereas my 1002C in my game setup does have that option, have that ability. I find that very strange. Maybe someone who knows about these machines can shed some light on it, but this is awesome to have in the collection. A boxed and complete 1002. Loving it, guys. And finally, my work colleague Jason, not the one who does mods, a guy who I work with on my team at work, he said to me, I've got some of these shelves and I've got some games. Do you want them? And I was like, seriously, you'll let me have them? And he just said, yeah, I'll bring them in. And he was true to form. These shelves actually contain my games at the moment. Those games that are in there are from my game shelf. If you look over there, you can see that there's some other games stacked to the side, and some of my normal ones are over there as well. But yeah, this is awesome. It's a Logic 3 game shelf for PlayStation games, and you can see I've got my discs in there, my PlayStation game cases and discs are in there. It's really awesome. It's just for show, obviously, to show off the games and put them in a nice sort of racking rather than them being stacked on a shelf. So yeah, really happy with that too. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. My next video, I'm sure, will be some captured footage, as I'm going to show you some of the games that I've been picking up and do some voiceovers to let you know what I think of some of those games. Thanks for watching, guys.